Davido and Wajimali have set another kind of record on social media streaming platform, that is Spotify Nigeria, and a lot of people need to actually understand it from that dynamic point of view, because a lot of people keep saying that Davido knows sabi sing jo and all those things, but whether you like it or not, he has spent about 10 years one of the most relevant artists in Nigeria. That is actually big. Not 10 years, it's about 13 years, and that is actually big so far, and we need to talk about it. Recently he dropped a song called Auke. A lot of people tried that song, said it's a mid song and the rest, but whether you like it or not, a lot of people are really responding to that song, and this guy is on the promotional of that song. And Wizkid also dropped a song called The Piece of My Heart, and that is also getting a lot of attention so far. So these guys are unique to themselves. That is something I got to understand. I will discuss about this in a kind of concept that you guys need to actually understand. But before we dive in proper, I want to say thank you guys for watching our videos, and thank you for the love so far. If you are new here, you can click the subscribe button below, the bell notification icon to always get notifications each time we upload our videos. Davido also holds the longest chart on YouTube Nigeria with 425 weeks on top artist chart on YouTube Nigeria. That is something you guys need to actually understand about that. Whether you like it or not, these artists, they have their own platforms where they are relevant, and you have to give YouTube to an extent to Davido. Although the likes of a person of Rema has actually cracked the YouTube algorithm to an extent, and we have to celebrate these artists at the time. So we need to understand it from a dynamic point of view and start living true to ourselves. What is your own take about all of this? What do you have in mind about all of this to say about Davido, to say about Burna Boy, to say about Wizkid? And we see got some kind of artists actually doing massive numbers. The likes of Tems is there, and a lot of people in Nigeria, they are quick to say Tems not sabi sing job because they don't understand the concept of good music. That is something I kind of understand about that. For you to call a song a good music, it must have a kind of a structure, and that structure is really cool to understand in terms of Tems music. That is why she is noticeable globally by a lot of classic artists out there. The likes of Beyonce, the likes of Rihanna, a lot of others. We give that props to a person of Tems based on her impact. But we are talking about African music right now. We see a lot of people adding value to African music. The likes of Angelique Kidjo should be called pioneer when it comes to this, because she is the leader of the old generation down to the new generation now. She is forming the bridge. She has worked with the likes of Burna Boy, and after that Burna Boy got a Grammy. She worked with the likes of Davido. After that Davido got Grammy nominations, and she worked with the likes of Yemi Alade. After that Yemi Alade got Grammy nomination, and she is the most nominated African artist, and we cannot really take that away from her. That is something I need to share with you guys. What are your own takes about this? What do you have to say about all of this? Don't fail to put your own comment in the comment section so that we can have a look at what you feel so far. Talking about African music, the dominance is always on Nigerian Afrobeats to an extent. That is something I've noticed based on the careful studies of music in Africa. We got a lot of people from the East Africa doing a lot of massive wonders. The likes of Diamond Platinums and a lot of others, they are doing massive numbers out there. But when you talk about Afrobeat, African entertainment, you have to call the likes of Burna Boy, the likes of Davido, the likes of Wizkid based on their current contributions to Afrobeat. You still got to call the likes of Tems, Tyler. You have to call the likes of Omale. You have to call the likes of Rema to an extent. That is something you need to understand. Rema is one of the most talented and creative artists. I need to talk about that some other time so that you will get to understand how these guys are really making impact in Afrobeat and giving us what we deserve with this Afrobeat. These guys are really forming a kind of bridge between Africa and the rest part of the world with the Afrobeat and selling a record deals out there. So we need to talk about that and get to understand the big story out there. Afrobeat is a big business, and entertainment in Nigeria, according to statistical report, they said is projected to worth over $14 billion by 2025. That is something you need to understand about all of this, and a lot of people are keen into this model and running with it. That is something I got to understand. Lagos government actually proposed a kind of Lagos Arena or so that will hold about 12,000 capacity and other things, and a lot of people are saying we need to expand it to 20,000 capacity because a lot of our artists are doing that. But do you think Burna Boy, Wizkid and Davido, Ashake, any other artist can really do 20,000 capacity in Lagos? That is the question I'm really asking. But based on the prevailing economic situation, I think it will be difficult because of the buying power of Nigerians. That is something I need to tell you about all of this. What are your own takes about the story? I want you to put that in the comment section so that you can have a take and a look at what you feel. Davido and Wajimali with Aoke actually cracked a record on Spotify. In 10 days consecutively, these guys were able to get an average of 200,000 streams daily. That is actually huge to an extent, and is the first Nigerian artist to do that on Spotify Nigeria, and a lot of people are really responding to that. It seems like a global record to me. That is something I feel about all of this, and that is to show you that Aoke is one of Davido's song that is doing some massive streams and some massive numbers out there. That is something I can say. But Davido has come out to say, I'm going to drop the next album. Though Timeless album remains one of my biggest album, but I'm challenging myself. I'm going to drop another album that will surpass that. Do you think Davido can really do that? I want you to put that in the comment section so that you can have a glimpse at what you feel so far about all of these stories, because a lot of people are really responding to this massively at a time like this. We need to understand it from a dynamic point of view and start living true to ourselves. That is something I need to share with you on this particular matter. Yes, Spotify Nigeria is really getting a lot of thrill with songs that is coming in from the likes of Burna Boy, the likes of Davido, the likes of Wizkid recently, Davido recently, and also Rema and Buju Benson. These guys are really cracking up on those charts right now. But we have Aoke really doing massive well on that particular chart, and a lot of people can really commend Davido on that. What are your own takes about this story? Want you to put that in the comment section so that you can have a glimpse at what you feel so far.